title, please?
Fairy Tale Logic by A.E. Stallings.
Okay, Hannah, we have the poem. We're ready. Thank you.
Fairy tales are full of impossible tasks. Gather the chin hairs of a man-eating goat, or cross a sulfuric lake in a leaky boat. Select the prince from a row of identical masks, tiptoe up to a dragon where it basks, and snatch its bone. Count dust specks mote by mote, or learn the phone directory by rote. Always it's impossible what someone asks. You have to fight magic with magic. You have to believe that you have something impossible up your sleeve. The language of snakes, perhaps, an invisible cloak. An army of ants at your beck, or a lethal joke. The will to do whatever must be done. Marry a monster. Hand over your firstborn son.
Thank you, Hannah. All right, Alicia, and on deck is Zarissa. Welcome, Alicia, to the stage.
Give me a minute. What is the title of your poem, please?
Self-Portrait by Robert Creeley.
Robert, spell the last name of the poet.
Creeley.
And the title is Self-Portrait.
Yes.
Okay, Alicia, we're ready.
He wants to be a brutal old man, an aggressive old man, as dull, as brutal as the emptiness around him. He doesn't want compromise, nor to be ever nice to anyone, just mean and final in his brutal, his total rejection of it all. He tried the sweet, the gentle, the oh, let's hold hands together, and it was awful, dull, brutally inconsequential. Now he'll stand on his own dwindling legs. His arms, his skin shrink daily, and he loves, but hates equally.
You guys are making some great poem choices. I love it. Okay, Zarissa. Welcome, Zarissa, back to the stage, and Rebecca Joseph for the poem.
More Lies by Karen Gothsel.
Okay, we're ready.
Sometimes I say I'm going to meet my sister at the cafe, even though I have no sister, just because it's such a beautiful thing to say. I've always thought so, ever since I read a novel in which two sisters were constantly meeting in cafes. Today, for example, I walked alone on the wet sidewalk, wearing my rain boots, expecting someone might ask where I was headed. I bought a steno pad and a watch battery. The store windows fogged up. Rain in April is a kind of promise, and it costs nothing. I carried a bag of books to the cafe and ordered tea. I like a place that's lit by lamps. I like a place where you can hear people talk about small things, like the difference between azure and cerulean, and the price of tulips. It's going down. I watched someone who could be my sister walk in, shaking the rain from her hair. I thought, even now, florists are filling their coolers with tulips, $5 a bundle. All over the city, there are sisters. Any one of them could be mine.
Thank you, Zaritza. All right, Rebecca Joseph, and on deck we have Amber.
Fairy Tale Logic by A.E. Stallings.
Hang on. Sorry, give us a minute. I need. We're not ready.
We'll be short.
Title and poet, please.
Fairy Tale Logic by A.E. Stallings.
Okay. Mr. Brown, Mr. Hester, are you ready? Okay, we're ready.
Fairy tales are full of impossible tasks. Gather the chin hairs of a man-eating goat, or cross a sulfuric lake in a leaky boat. Select the prince from a row of identical masks. Tiptoe up to a dragon where it basks and snatch its bone. Count dust specks, mote by mote, or learn the phone directory by rote. Always, it's impossible what someone asks. You have to fight magic with magic. You have to believe you have something impossible up your sleeve. The language of snakes, perhaps. An invisible cloak. An army of ants at your back, or a lethal joke. The will to do what must be done. Marry a monster. Hand over your firstborn son.
All right, thank you, Rebecca Joseph. Amber Price, please come to the mic. Jessa is on deck. Jessa is not on deck. Jake.
My poem is 100 Love Sonnets, number 17, by Pablo Neruda.
Pardon me, 1 second.
Just 1 second.
Okay, so Amber, would you repeat the title, please, and the poet?
100 Love Sonnets, number 17, by Pablo Neruda.
Okay,
I don't love you as if you were a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as one loves certain obscure things, secretly, between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that doesn't bloom, but carries the light of those flowers, hidden within itself. And thanks to your love, that tight aroma that arose from the earth lives dimly in my body. I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you directly, without problems or pride. I love you like this, because I don't know any other way to love, except in this form in which I am not, nor are you. So close that your hand upon my chest is mine, so close that your eyes close with my dreams.
Thank you, Amber. Welcome, Jacob. V, on deck. Oh, the man says no microphone.
I don't need your confounding technology.
It's
Hey guys,
technology.
did you hear? I'm back! Alright, well, I really don't know what to say because I wasn't expecting to be back, so... Alright, my poem is The Arrow and the Song by Henry... Oh, okay, they're not ready.
Quite ready. We're getting there. Thank you so much for your patience.
Yeah, it's kind of a shorter poem because, like I said, I didn't expect it to be back. But if you feel a little bit underwhelmed, don't worry. V is coming up next, and she's going to like freaking end this party with a bang. All right, just to fill time, I have a very serious question for you guys. What is with the airline food? And what is with the airline food jokes?
There's some airline food jokes. Tell us one.
That's the only one I know, but I hear that there's some other ones somewhere out there, probably in the airports.
When your airline joke poem is done, we're ready.
I didn't plan on anything. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. You guys ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
All right. Okay. I don't need to tell you guys the title again, do I? No?
Why don't you?
Yes.
Just in case.
Just in case, let's make sure. The Arrow and the Song by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Did you get that?
Yes.
I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth and knew not where, for so fast was it in flight, the sight could not catch it in flight. Can I restart over? I so messed that up.
Yeah.
Please. Y'all stressing me out. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth I knew not where, for so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow it in its flight. I breathed a song into the air. It fell to earth I knew not where, for who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of song? Long afterward, in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend.
Thank you, Jacob.
Here, look, I'm returning your microphone. Are you happy?
Thank you very much. We'll be hiring you next year as the MC/Tech Genius. All right, V.
Yeah.
Final performance of the evening.
And either minute, please. Title of your poem?
It Was Not Death, for I Stood Up by Emily Dickinson.
Okay. I think we're ready.
It was not death, for I stood up by Emily Dickinson. It was not death, for I stood up, and all the dead lie down. It was not night, for all the bells put out their tongues for noon. It was not frost, for on my flesh I felt siroccos crawl, nor fire, for just my marble feet could keep a chancel cool. And yet it tasted like them all. The figures I have seen all my life set orderly for burial reminded me of mine, as if my life were shaven and fitted to a frame and could not breathe without a key. And 'twas like midnight sun, when everything that ticked has stopped and space stares all around. Or grisly frost, first autumn morns repeal the beating ground. But most like chaos, stopless, cool, without a chance or spar or even a report of land to justify despair.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so same routine. We need to give our judges about 10 minutes. So let's say we'll gather back here at 8:40. Take the final stroll around the beautiful halls of May East, and we'll see you in 10 minutes.
I think it's nearly my bedtime. Jeez, Mr. Lumberg.
That's what it looks like.
She does, right? I'm ready, I'm ready.
So far since freshman year. What do you do?
I remember when we went to the slam night. You were so nice, but now you were so like.
You're like cool as cool.
Collective. Yeah. Right, Mr. Lumberg? That's what you like to do. So awkward. Everyone is so awkward. I was so awkward as a freshman. Like, I look like a freshman.
But then, I mean, we're not as a freshman, it's going to be cool though.
Oh, yeah.
The only person who wasn't
Understudies for that, so they were working. Yeah.